What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Today we got with us Dizzy Scratch on the heels of his upcoming EP, The Art of My Noise. Got two outstanding singles out right now. One featuring Antoinette Roberson, Tribal, and then my personal favorite, She Moves, because I mean I hate to be stealing from the youngins, but it's a hell of a vibe. How you doing today, brother?
Bro, I'm feeling good. You know, can't complain. Nothing to complain about. I'm good. Happy to be here, bro. Thank you.
Oh, no doubt. Thank you. Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm great. This is an honor. I've been aware of you before. I mean, follow him on Instagram at Now Dizzy, but I remember I remember Sir Scratch and all that, you know.
That's right. That's right. I love your background there, man. That's so sick.
You know? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
A little something I'm trying to do over here with cars and stuff like that, but I love that. That's cool. Like
well, hey. You know, when I saw your studio commercial, so I was hoping that we was gonna, and make sure y'all go look up Dizzy Scratch on YouTube and subscribe to his YouTube channel. But I saw the commercial for your studio, so I was hoping that you would be from your studio so we could talk about your background. So I appreciate the compliment.
It's like 20 feet from my room on purpose.
Yeah. I feel you. That's how I treat my exercise equipment. I try to keep it near where I be at. Then it's like if I keep seeing that shit and I don't use it, I feel bad because I know what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, same.
So you know, you usually I don't be on no typical musical question shit, but you know, your two new songs are a little bit different than I can't speak to all the music you've created, but are more different than the song what you've been involved with previously that I'm aware of. And I'm curious as to exactly what is your role in creating these songs? And I'm not trying to disparage it at all, but you know, it's not just scratching, you know, are you I mean, clearly you're producing, but I already got the feeling that like when you produce, it ain't beat making, you know, it's direction and song arrangement and so like I hardly ever ask about the creative process because I find that to be a little repetitive, you know. But in your case, these two songs, how did they come about? You know, just logistically as pieces of music, as opposed to, you know, how you got this person in the room or whatever.
It's kind of interesting you say that because there is a difference. You know, these guys are really good at doing beat making, and then there's producing. You know, and to me, producing as a whole, it's like a conductor conducting an audience or conducting an orchestra, you know, and I kind of see myself in that kind of vein. I don't just make beats, I create, you know, this is what this whole thing is facility here for. So, you know, to be completely honest, I go into this almost out of body experience trance. I paint, you know, I literally see music as colors and I paint. So there's no really, I don't go in there like, yeah, I'm gonna start with the beat, I'm gonna start with, you know, keyboard, it's whatever. And I don't go in there thinking like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna make a hip hop track or I'm gonna make an R&B track. I just go in there and make a song, and whatever it turns out to be, that's the vibe. So it could be jazz, it could be pop, it could be rock. It's just whatever is coming out, and I don't try to influence it and saying, you know, let it be this. No, let it be whatever. So Tribal came out that way. Literally, like I said, it's 20 feet from my bedroom, and I had an idea of 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm saying tomorrow, like, I got this idea. She's like, go ahead and do whatever. I just started. In this case, it actually did start with a beat, you know, and it was a beat that I was working on prior that it wasn't going anywhere. And then I just transformed it into this kind of like rhythmic. And it was kind of, to me, it was starting to sound tribal. I like, you know, pun intended, but that's how it sounded to me, you know, my interpretation of that. So it just turned into one thing. I was like, I don't know, I think I like this, but you know what? I'm just gonna sleep on it. I literally slept in my couch right in front of here and let the beat just play on low, you know, all night. And I woke up to it and I'm like, I'm digging this, you know, let's continue this. And it just turned into what it turns into, you know. And there's a reason why it doesn't really have a lot of verses, because I wanted it to be just a vibe. You know, there's a lot of crap going on right now, and I just wanted it to vibe out. You know, slow dance, medium dance, fast dance, but just vibe. So the song is just a tribal vibe, you know, in its core. So.
And then you know, I ain't gonna lie, like much to my shame, I was not hip to Miss Antoinette Roberson, as I see she's referred to on Discogs, but
yeah, you guys say Roberson, she'll kill me.
I gotta say what?
Ain't nobody named Roberson.
Roberson. Excuse me, Miss Antoinette Roberson.
Yeah. No.
But
yes.
but man, I went down that rabbit hole. Man, I had no idea. Like she's got like
no, she's in deep, man. I known her for like 20 years. And she's done a lot of stuff with Gerald Levert, a lot of some big heavyweights, Janet Jackson. You know, she's got her own platinum records to her own name. So she was just a good friend to me, and I known her from years. And I called in a chip, and she's like, "Yeah, let's just do it." And I flew down to Texas during that hurricane time a couple of years. No, it wasn't a couple of years, a while ago. And we just stayed in her house, and I actually cut it in her house, you know, and I brought it back to the studio and just put it all together, you know, just vibe. I said, don't even write no words. This is vibe it out. And we just hummed it. And that's the song.
And you're just releasing it recently. Is there like a set of circumstances that's making things come together for this EP to be released now?
COVID, man. It's a curse and a blessing for me. I had a little tour plan, and COVID happened. It shut everything down, and I was like, all right, let me do what I've been trying to do for years, which is work on this album. You know, I've been putting it off, doing other stuff, other people's stuff, doing, you know, movie soundtracks, and never can get to it. And I said, you know what? I had this title for a number of years prior to My Noise, and I was just like, let's finally make this record, you know? And I started calling in chips. I called up Antoinette, I called up other people, you know, and I was like, yo, let's do it. Called up Mikey D, like, yo, let's get on a record, man. And then the rest of it is gonna have some, the way I structured it is, it's gonna be some known people, some unknown people that I'm bringing up, artists that I'm bringing up, and then a lot of it is just gonna be like the track Tribal or She Moves, just more instrumental vibes. You know, I wanna show that side of me, and people don't get that. They just see of me as Scratch from Main Source or the DJ. No, man, I've been producing for almost 35 years. So
yeah, yeah, definitely. Not to say that DJs aren't musicians, but you know, you want to show the full range of your musicianship. I can dig it. I mean, shit, it's definitely there.
Oh.
And so you
DJ helped me. Being a DJ helped me to together.
Excuse the brief technical difficulties. Dizzy, aka Sir Scratch, will be back momentarily. Thank you for your patience. All right, thank you for bearing with us, folks. I think me and Dizzy were starting to overtalk each other. So you were finishing up talking about the about how DJing helped you get into other areas of the music industry.
Oh, DJ completely helped me. Understanding the mixing and the balancing of everything, that definitely helped me. So it aided me in all the production, because I mix and I make production like a DJ. I think, you know, blending in vibes and tracks and stuff that wouldn't normally anybody would really think about. I'll blend a bunch of different sounds, you know, and then take out, you know, so bringing in, bringing out, just like a crossfader, you know, I very much mix and produce that way. So it's still to this day, you know. So yeah, mixing, DJing, yeah, core for me. Yes.
Oh, definitely. You know, I try to make these more like a conversation than an interview. So I got bullet points. So, you know, I was gonna get to something, but what you just said, I'm curious. Are you hip to DJ AM? Did you listen to DJ AM at all?
No. That person I'm not really into. No.
Do you know that is?
No, actually, I don't.
He homeboy that was on the plane that crashed with Travis Barker, and then he died of a drug overdose. But but he made these DJ blends. It was just incredible. Like that shit would have Motown stacks, disco, heavy metal, mad rap shit, like from all over. You know, like rare shit, like MC Breed leading into a like bad boy track. With like a Guns N' Roses instrumental backing it, and it made sense. And just something about what you said about genres and production reminded me of him. And then when I was listening to you know, Scratch and Cud and some of your other work throughout the years and the new songs, it just kind of reminded me of the eclecticism. So I was just curious if you ever listened to them like that. But back to the EP, I heard you mention that Mikey D was going to be on that, and I've always been a huge fan of Mikey D. So
yeah,
that's
definitely on. He's definitely on it. He's got 2 tracks on there. He's definitely on it. No, I can't leave my brother out. No. We was just talking the other day.
So I know this might be like a crazy opinion, but you know, considering how much of a classic the Breaking Atoms is, but me personally, I always like the second album better. I mean, that might speak more to the type of person I am, you know?
Yeah. The second album definitely showed me K-Cut's range of, you know, because we kept getting pigeonholed into this to DJ, and there's nothing wrong with that, just like you said. But we need to show the people that it wasn't just, it was a group collective that made that record, the first album. So we want to show people, even without that third member, that we can still do it and bring it, you know? And it was a little bit forced upon us to really show more than we probably needed to. We should have just flowed into it. We really had a lot to prove. So that's why the title was really kind of like what we called it, Fuck What You Think. Because in some sense, we want to prove ourselves. And in the other sense, we didn't really care. It's like, you're going to like it or not. You know, we think it's dope. And I still work that way today. I don't make music thinking that, oh, is anybody going to love it or anything like that. If I don't love it, who cares what anybody else is going to think? I got to love it first. So I don't stress myself in trying to make music for anybody. I make music for me. Like I always tell my artists, look, we don't make today's hit. We make tomorrow's records. So I live by that. So, yeah.
So by that, you must really be enjoying making this EP.
Oh, I am. I mean, no stress of the record company, just me, just vibing out, taking my time. You know, I kind of look at things in the old school ways of making records. I'm not trying to put out a record every second. You know, I don't believe in that. Real music takes time. So if it takes me 2 months, 2 weeks, or 2 days, let the process happen. I don't force it. You know, the track can sit up there for weeks. And, you know, I mix in 2 weeks time period. You know, I let it vibe. And if I don't like it, we go make tweaks. I do realize I can overthink things. So I sometimes, like, at some point you got to finish it, you know. But I don't stress myself trying to, it's got to be perfect. I just got to love it. And if I love it, that's good enough. You know, seriously.
And what's the comfort level? I mean, like you said, you built a studio like 20 feet from your bedroom. Like, again, y'all got to check out his YouTube channel and see this commercial. I mean, this studio is a thing of beauty. You know, the thing that really intrigued me was the desk that you built. A, I'm curious, what are the special features that you put on the desk to make things easier for you? And B, where did you learn carpentry? And C, did you burn that dizzy on the desk yourself?
It's a carving. It's both. It's a burning and a carving. I did both. I didn't show that part. I am going to do a video showing a more detail how I actually built this thing.
Hey, before you say anything, bro, like, that's some talent. Salute.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's like, to be completely honest, music is my second ability. Art was always my first ability. Like, I paint, you know, I like, hold on. I paint.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Damn, good job. Look at that shading.
You know, so literally. So yeah, I paint. Beautiful. And carpentry is just kind of fell into that. I'm really good with my hands. And I learned how to do that better in high school. It was John Brown High School in Jamaica, Queens, or Queens, New York. You know, and I had this really strict teacher. You know, he was just on me. But I learned a lot. He was an ass, but I learned a lot from him. You know, I don't remember the man's name. He's probably gone from us. But he taught me a lot on how to work with my hands. And it came natural for me. So it's not something I always do, you know, but one day I had this, you know, I was working hard, you know, put some money to the side. I was like, honey, I'm going to build this. I'm going to buy me this desk. It really started out for me buying this desk. And it was like $6,000. And my wife was like, no. And I was like, Chuck, what are you talking about? I don't want my money. I want to buy my desk. You know, she was like, honey, just build it. I'm like, build it? I do other stuff, honey. I paint. I don't build furniture. To me, this was furniture. Right. She's like, yeah, you can do it. And I was like, you got this other belief of confidence in me that I don't know I have. She's like, you can do it. I've seen you do other stuff. So we argued about this for like a week, and I was like, I'm buying my $6,000 desk. So she showed me this guy on YouTube who did his own desk. Very basic, very IKEA. And I looked at the desk and I was like, man, I can do that. I can do that way better. Hold on, I got the tools in the garage. And I was like, all right, you got it. I'll build this desk and I'll see where it goes. And this has all happened during the same time, COVID. You know, right. COVID was shut down. I had nowhere to go. So I rebuilt this whole studio in COVID time and worked on this album. So I found my own kind of, hey, keep my head busy because I can get caught up in myself and I need to keep myself busy than keep my mind more loose. And building the studio and building the desk helped me with that. And it actually became very therapeutic. And I was like, hon, thank you for that because I got crazy with it. I started burning in the name. You know, I built in this like cup holder. I built in HDMI ports in here. You know, it got really specific. You know, it's more convenient. You know, slide out drawer kind of thing. Drawer tables to the bottom. You go to the video, you see a little bit more detail. But I really got to put my art into it. You know, and like the painting I showed you earlier, a lot of that is put into this desk. So, you know, I'm an old Bob Vila fan, so.
I can dig it. Hey, bro, we kindred spirits because before COVID, this shit was a bunch of bookshelves.
You know? Dope. yeah.
I mean,
so
just like being locked up, boredom is a hell of a motivator.
Yeah. So, you know, got no place to go. And that's when it was like the hard lockdown. We couldn't go anywhere. So I was like, you know what? Let me head to Home Depot before shit gets crazy. You know, and I bought up a bunch of stuff. Like our materials are like double the cost. So it saved me, you know. It was like between the studio and the desk, it was like maybe $2,500 worth of material, maybe $3,000 compared to that $6,000 I was going to spend on the desk. So, you know, and it's not just a desk. I built this whole like unit over here on the side. I can show you. Can you see all that?
Oh, yes, sir.
I built all this with the built-in LED lights and everything, you know.
Over there with Darth Vader. What's up with Darth Vader? You fuck with Star Wars like that?
What? Me and George Lucas is old friends. Yeah, bro. Never met the man, but I know the man. Yeah, Star Wars and me go way back. Shit, I got a 7-foot Marvel character outside Deadpool, so shit.
Oh,
yeah. Whole theater room.
I can get with you the Marvel. I ain't never been the biggest Star Wars fan.
Yo, bro, we got to do it.
Okay. I see. Ain't shit.
Yeah,
you know. I did an episode with Rampage, the last Boy Scout, and before I started recording, you know, right. my wife be making fun of me, and as soon as he came on, he was like, "Oh, I love your toy collection." And my wife been fucking with me about that shit ever since.
No, they don't get it. No. I got a bunch of these helmets and, you know, shoot, don't get me started. That's a harder video.
Hey, I think that's a beautiful thing because in many ways I've evolved, but in other ways I'm like the same person I was when I was 13. I still love rap, comic books, basketball.
Yeah. Older doesn't mean you can't just, you know, play. No. You got to enjoy your life. No, these things keep me humble and remind me of when, you know, like what's my playful side. I like looking at things, and that thing actually talks, and it's a helmet, and I got the other one in the room. So no, I like these things. Yeah. I want to do more like what you're doing, and I got a bunch of whole car collections here, you know. So yeah, no, man, shit. Gotta keep that kid inside alive.
Oh, no, you'll definitely get there, brother. Hey, I need some advice. Like I say frequently on my show, the 3 things I wish was more present in hip hop, and I ain't trying to be on my old man Gran Torino shit. I wish there was more scratching. I miss more keyboards, and you remember how like in the early '90s, mid '90s, like on the first Biggie album, they had the Respect Joan, or on the Me Against the World, they had a little reggae song, but it was always like a joint with a reggae hook, or like, you know, Spice One and all that. And I miss like some of the reggae shit. And before I ask my question, you know, I was letting some of my peoples here that weren't hip to main source listen to it, and they were like, "What's the difference between that and the native tongues?" And I was like, that was kind of hard to me. And when I boiled it down, I was like, really, it seemed to me like the native tongues had more of a jazz influence, while you know, main source kind of had more of like a dub plate influence, at least as far as the production came out.
Yeah, our sound was very eclectic, you know, because we had elements of everything in there. Like we had the jazz, we had the hip hop, we had the reggae, you know. Yeah,
But not just the reggae. When I say the dub plates, I'm talking like that hard like that harder percussion, which is what I kind of feel like kind of evolved more into boom bap than anything else, really.
Yep. No. True. No, true. We definitely had a lot of that.
But what my question for you was like I said, I'm a huge fan of scratching, and other than like you know, catching DJ Jazzy Jeff SoundCloud and you know DJ AM before he passed, and whenever you grace us with something. Well, where's some good places to go right now to hear good you know, good scratching, good DJing, hip hop DJing?
Oh man, you got me there. I would like that advice myself because I don't hear it anymore, and it's kind of funny. I actually got a track that I'm going to be putting out soon. It's probably about the 4th or 5th single, and I'm bringing back scratching. I got a lot of it in there, so
thank you.
I would love to know that my answer too. You know, because I don't hear it anymore, and I miss it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do a record like that, and I did. It's all finished, and I think I actually called it Scratch and Cut something. I don't remember what's that one called. Damn, I got like 30 records. I lost that one.
All right, so look, bro, we're gonna make a deal. If I find it, I'm gonna hip you to it, and if you find it, pull my code, please.
Yes. No, it's crazy. No, I definitely would like to know that because I don't hear it at all. So it's a lost art, and I'm bringing it back, trying to.
You know, another thing I appreciate, speaking of your scratching, where it was just outstanding. One of my favorites from you and from MC Lyte is "What's My Name, Yo." And she definitely, you know, gets her recognition as an innovator in many ways. What I think is underappreciated is like actually how nice she was lyrically. And, you know, Cool G Rap gets a lot of credit for the doublets and the triplets. But if you listen to that song that you did with MC Lyte, you know, she was doing a lot of that shit, but before a lot of them other people. And I think she's underappreciated for her flow. And she doesn't get credit for how many cats took elements of her style and incorporated into theirs.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. I couldn't put it any better. You summed it right there. Agreed. When we did that record with Lyte, we just said, yo, bring it. I think she got caught up. It's like anybody. You get caught up in this industry and they start trying to put you in a direction. And we kind of, not remembering every word for word, but we were kind of pushing her to just bring it. Just go raw. You know, and I guess she felt comfortable with us and she liked the way we were doing our style of music. And that this all, we kindred spirits, you know, we just vibed. And I said, just bring it, you know, just write something and just bring it. You know, it was nothing specific, just bring your true you, you know. So I think that's what came across. And then just the vibe of the studio, being kindred spirits and just vibing off each other. You know, I think that's really brought it out on her. Yeah.
So you had some hand in the song and more than just scratching, you offered some direction?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it was a while ago, but memory don't serve everything. But
yeah, you ain't never lie.
But yo, bro, get a little older and like, yo, give me a nap. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just vibing. We were just clowning around and just vibing. You know, I don't like sessions that so stick. You know, that's what this is about. I hate sterile places in the studio. That's why I'm glad when the technology caught up, I can build this. It's comfortable. I got a nice couch right there, just a vibe, carpet, sterile. So we try to create that environment. And with Lyte, it was nice. She liked candles and stuff like that. And the studio brought in fruits, and we were just vibing, clowning around, and it came out the way it came out, just organic, you know, just vibe. So I think she felt very comfortable with us, and she just let it loose. And we pushed it to her like, yo, because she was more kind of like, oh, I should do that. I was like, no, that little accident is cool. You know, that little vibe is cool. Everything doesn't have to be perfect, you know. And I work the same way like that. Everything, sometimes the accident is cool, you know. So she would stumble on a word, and I like the way she did it was cool. Leave that in, you know. And she was like, cool.
And then you get pretentious music critics when they're judging it. Then they use good buzzwords like raw and unfiltered and authentic. Yeah. You know, exactly. like yeah. Man, there's a method to everything. Man, you seem like from start to finish of a song. When I say finish of a song, not just when it goes to public, let's say when it went to gain its most momentum and then not die its logical death, but wind down. You seem like you have a real good grasp of like every aspect of that process.
Bro, it's just I've been in the industry a long time, and I started getting into this. I don't know, maybe it's my age. Getting into that,
experience is the best teacher, right?
So I completely understand the production and not just music. How to like encourage someone, especially when they're not feeling the vibe. It's like you and the artist becomes like it's a relationship. So you got to like just, they're not feeling it. You got to encourage them. Hey, drink some tea. You want to take a break? We come back, let's hit it again. Like, you know what? Come back another day. Don't stress yourself. It's a song. Let it vibe. Sometimes you can't feel it and sometimes you do. So I've definitely learned how to, mold people into that and coach people into that. Like, just relax.
So from the beginning to the end, what do you think is the most common pitfall artist or the person in your position or anyone else involved might face?
Artists get caught up in their head, too much. They're especially the younger cats. They're too busy listening to whatever is out there, and I tell them stop that, turn off the radio. Oh, I got to do that trap stuff. No, you don't. It's already out. Don't do that. Just do you. Stay true to you. What does you want to portray? So, they get caught up in their head. I'm finding out a lot more with the younger artists and the old schools like ourselves. We get it. But, this time to, focus, and just calm down. Let's take it slow. That's the other thing. Take it slow. Don't, we ain't gonna rush the process. Can we get it out now? No. Let it go through its process. So
you time. Yeah, definitely got to take time. You sounded like you had a good support system there with you. Who was off camera, if you don't mind me asking?
Jay. She's never gonna be on camera, but Jay keeps me grounded. That's my lady. She keeps me grounded. And my mother, she was our manager for all of Main Source. She's upstairs now. Without those two, oh man, this industry can swallow you. Now, I was raised by it. I wasn't a knucklehead kid. I didn't get into drama, but the industry can take you there. The sex, rock, and roll shit is real. You get, especially go out to LA, you get lost. So it's real, and you can, if you're not, like you said, you don't have that support system, you can lose it. So they kept me grounded. They kept me focused, kept me keeping my money right. I see a lot of people from my era working a McDonald's job. I'm like, no.
Yeah, word. I mean, I ain't trying to shit on them, but I mean, good for you. My wife keeps me grounded. And when I was talking to your publicist, she was talking about how we make sure to talk about the new music, because I'm sure a lot of people just want to go over the past. And I said that the world doesn't need another live at the barbecue question. But then my wife who keeps me grounded said, if anyone was gonna ask another live at the barbecue question, you could probably come up with something different. So that made me think, because I love a challenge. And just out of curiosity, you must have seen this man when he was, a very young teenage, mid-teens or whatever. And without getting any stories of that, when he comes full circle and wins a Grammy in his 40s, did you ever find yourself contemplating on like the journey of the man and what must have happened from between those points and, compared to you? Because I'm sure you've seen lots of things, and what is it? You got 20 platinum records. So, there's a lot of overlap and success, and I'm sure there's waxing and waning and fallow periods and all that.
Yeah. I've been around. Who we talking about? We talking about Nas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with Nas, no, I didn't see Nas' future. I didn't even see my own future. I mean, when we did this whole Main Source thing, it was just about a vibe. It wasn't about
Now I'm talking about now today, looking back. Like, do you ever see think damn, it was this time where like none of this even seemed possible, or like you just said we didn't see my future, and then look at all the amazing things that have happened since then.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, true. I guess I never really looked at it that way. Yeah, true. No, again, no, didn't see my future. But yeah, I am amazed how far we come. I mean, you're talking to the guy that lived in Queens, New York, Left Back City in a 1-bedroom apartment. And, to see here to be in my home with 5 bedrooms and on a couple acres. No.
Oh, I know you was from that frack. Did you ever used to see Nori's father jogging?
Nah, I didn't see them though. No, Left Rack City, hardcore, man. You know, that's where we all started from. And then we moved up to Corona, Queens, and that's where everything kind of pieced together. But originally, main store started in Left Rack City. Yeah. Yeah, on the 17th floor, Brisbane building. Shit. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, didn't see it all.
Hey,
this is a dream that I'm living that I never thought would come true. I was just hopeful.
Did Left Rack get gentrified, or is it still like it was? Because
I have no idea.
I ain't been there since like the late 90s.
Yeah, we left early mid 90s, you know, so I don't know. It was the same for me. And when we left, we went to Corona, Queens, right across the street from Shea Stadium. And that's where everything really just kicked off from there. And I haven't been back since, you know. I always meant to, because I always wanted to take my kids like, yo, this is where daddy started, right there, right, 17th floor. But yeah, I want to go back and check it out. So I have no idea what it looks like now.
Hey, don't feel bad, bro. I ain't take my kids back to DC yet either. So, you know, life goes and everything, you know.
You know?
Word. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, but you know how people say they got guilty music pleasures? I ain't never been afraid to front. I think the Backstreet Boys can sing, and I love the Backstreet Boys, and I'm curious as to the work you did with them.
Backstreet Boys can sing. Yeah, they can sing, you know. Again, it's like you said about Lyte. A lot of people don't get that credit because it gets overshadowed by all the crap, you know. But those boys can blow, you know. The record I did with them was more of a remix record I did with them. It wasn't an official record, but I still got points of credit on it. But I did get to meet them. It was the same thing like with the OJs. I got to meet them, you know, and hang out with Gerald and stuff like that. So I got to meet them for a minute. You know, it wasn't a long period of time, but it was more of a remix song that I did for them that they actually put out. It was cool.
What's your favorite OJ song? I gotta go with Brandy myself, and I ain't got front. It took me like 10 years to realize they were talking about the dog.
That one. I don't have a full J. I love the man, the OJs, the group. You know, they could have paid me nothing. I still would have did it. You know, just to be in their presence. You know, that's one of the blessings of what we were talking about earlier about. I didn't see this journey, you know, just being with some of these people, the icons I got to meet. You know, I can go down the stories, but I was just happy. You know, again, producing wasn't something I thought I was going to do. It just fell on me when the group broke apart. And I was just like, people kept calling me and say, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, do what? What you did on your album. So it brought me to all these different places that I didn't think I'd get to see. And OJ's was one of them. They could have paid me nothing. Again, I would have did it for free. I love being in that presence. And they're all, and I would have had the same questions, like, what was that like coming up? You know, so I just stood there like a student and listened. You know. Do you know that it's like that for me right now? Really?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Thank you,
like I said, I really like the Main Source second album. I don't want to be disparaging, but my favorite part of the Main Source first album was the Nas verse and the scratch and cut.
Yeah.
I must have listened to the second album over and over, but you know, I like a little more harder material, you know.
Yeah, that first verse shocked us all, and we went back and forth on that. I remember, and Nas wasn't really sure because it's like, yo, should I go there? And we were like, you know what? Fuck it. If you want to call blasphemy, whatever. Let's go there. Who has ever said that? You know, I went to Help and Stuff and Jesus. I was like, what? We were like, bro, go there. You know, and he was like, you sure? Like, go there. Fine. You know, maybe we have to bleep it out, but in the meantime, let's just do it. You know, right. And that's why I kind of tell my friends, don't overthink it. You know, again, Nas being young was overthinking it. It was like, bro, just do it. You know,
I can.
He felt comfortable and he did it, and look, shit.
Yeah, and then he was on the MC Search thing, then Illmatic, and the rest is history. Hey,
it's history, you know. Didn't see that boy going in. Just call us off. It's like, yo, let's go.
Yeah, I can dig it. Hey, what hairstyle came between the plaits and what you rocking now?
What, the baldy?
Yeah.
Bro.
Hey, I'm fucked up in the game too, so trust me, I ain't making funny. My shit got fish hooked and all that. Oop.
Bro.
Like, bro, I went to jail and my hairline receded. I got married and my hair turned gray. Yeah.
You know, I had dreads. I went from the Gumby. I went from the flat top to the Gumby to dreadlocks down to here. And then one day, my brother was clowning me. It's like, yo, bro, you're getting this bald spot. I'm like, you serious? And it's like, maybe you need to cut it. And I was like, I can't cut the dreads. He's like, yo, just do it. I was like, how's that gonna look? What do I look like with a bald head? I didn't even know what my head shape's like. And it got to the point where it was getting really stupid. And I'm just doing this, comb over kind of nonsense. I was like, yo, bro, let's cut it one day. He came to New York and he just like, all right, we're gonna just do it. And we just cut it. And I never went back. This was like when my son was like 1 year old. I ain't never went back. And actually, shit, before I got really serious with my lady, the women were like, hey. And I was like, hey, all right.
Cool. Oh yeah. When I wear a hat, I always bald my head. Like if you got the right shaped head, it ain't a repellent. It's an attractant. Yep. That's for damn sure. You was talking about the Marvel. What's your favorite MCU movie?
All of it. But I love. I can be biased. Black Panther is dope. I'm gonna watch that the next day. I love
talk about my background. You see Iceman up there behind me. There's a shelf underneath of him, and nothing but Killmonger, who is my favorite character ever. And I got mad posters and T-shirts that say Killmonger was right. I fucking love Killmonger.
Yeah.
But like I'm a different breed, bro. My favorite historical figure is Nat Turner.
Well, get out of it. Get out. Yo. Yo. Get out. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I respect it. You feel me?
Yeah. I can do that.
Yeah, word. But I was interrupted. You said you like all of them, so you said Black Panther was your favorite. Who was your favorite character?
Black Panther is one of my favorite, but he wasn't on my radar until the movie came out. I understood the story, but if I'm being honest, like right outside we got the I wish I could just take this thing outside. Iron Man, actually, Iron Man.
See, I don't like Iron Man. He a weapons manufacturer. I realized recently I don't like no hero. I don't like no heroes that's involved with the military. That take people to prison.
I didn't see Iron Man that way. I didn't see before I knew his backstory. I just loved the character of him and what he was doing. I love.
Oh yeah, the shit looked cool. Yeah, I mean, I watched the movies. You feel me? I ain't gonna front.
When I got to understand his story, I didn't like that part about him and his whole background and his his father and the military and stuff like that. But when I took that away, before I knew that, I just loved the character and the suit. That's what I thought was freaking cool as hell.
Yeah, most definitely. But, Iron Man looked cool as shit.
No that's doubt. How I like. That's what dug it for me. It's just a suit. The person, Tony Stark can be an asshole. I didn't like that guy, but I love the suit. Give me the suit without Tony Stark in the background. That's my guy. Yeah.
Word.
That's how I looked at it.
I can dig it. And usually I don't ask this played out question, but since you're so eclectic, what you've been listening to that you ain't involved in?
Ooh. What's that girl? I can never say her name properly. Mareba, I think her name is. Mareba? It's Mareba? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm listening to her in no particular song, just her whole vibe.
You know how to spell it? I'm going to check it out.
How do you spell it?
Mereba.
Say it out loud so you can hear it.
Mereba.
Yeah, check her out. I've been listening to her a lot. It found her by accident, egotistically playing my own video, and then it kind of popped up, and I was like, who's this?
I don't gotta be egotistical. That's just quality control, right?
I was like, hey, this whole YouTube thing is still new to me, so I'm like, yo, I never seen myself, just me, because again, always been part of a group, so to see myself by myself, it's still kind of, I'm still getting wrapping my head around it, so. Some insecurity, so I like to play myself. It's like, hey, damn, I'm listening to my music and listening to it from a different point of view. Like, shit, what was I thinking when I made this song? So, but yeah, she popped up, and I've been playing her a lot. I love her content and the way she's doing her videos, the way she's thinking. So, and then I found out that she's Ethiopian, so I mean, she's got the roots. So, yeah, check her out.
Got you. My bad. I was just gonna say I'll definitely check her out. When can we expect the EP to be released?
Soon. We're putting out another single, or two more singles, and then we're gonna drop it. We got She Moves out now. We're gonna put out Anything's Possible, and the one with Mikey D is Spotlight. Yeah, just
Damn.
more eclectic vibe. It's different, kind of like She Moves, different. That's how I think. You know, I can't do whatever is going on right now. It's got to be different. So, Tribal's different. She Moves going to be different, and Spotlight and Everything's Possible. It's got this kind of like country twang to it. So, yeah.
Okay, shit. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear that shit. Bro, I'd love to touch base with you when the album come out, and you know, maybe break it down a little bit track by track, because
Yeah.
I find your music fascinating. I want to thank you so much for your time and all you've contributed over the years. And before we get out of here, what's your socials and the best place they can reach you?
You're gonna hit me with all that. Now Dizzy, you know, and then you know you can see me on Instagram, Now Dizzy, YouTube, and all that stuff like that. You know, again, still learning all these acronyms, but yeah, Now Dizzy.
And the new music's available on all digital streaming platforms. If you're not subscribed to any, you can check it out on SoundCloud.
Please help a brother. Yes, check it out. SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, all of that stuff is out there. So it's fully, you know, and new stuff is going to come out. We're going to do a small little documentary on every kind of like stuff we've been talking about. We're going to do something on that, and that's going to be posting on YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah, more stuff to come. Yeah.
Well, brother, thank you for letting me have this Sir Scratch OJ's moment for myself. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
No doubt, bro. You take it light.
I will, man. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right.